Hello. How are you doing? How have you been doing? Feels like it's been forever. So, a little bit of an update. I'm in a garage right now, sweaty because I just went for a walk. Anyway, so I'm going to do these videos as the last 2 months, like November, December, rest of the year type of vibe. And pick up with the regular schedule programming in December. Probably, yes. So I'm actually staying with my parents right now because my mom needed to have a knee replacement. So I came out here to help them with that. That's actually taking place on Halloween Day. So if you have any good vibes available, send those over to my mom. So as you'll see, my space is a little different because I don't have my table. And yeah, that's really it. I just wanted to give this quick little intro, say hello. Hope you're doing well. I'm sweating like a bitch. I'm in Vegas, or technically Henderson. Used to Colorado, a little bit cooler weather, but that's okay. My skin is loving how much I'm sweating. So let's get into the readings. Say hi in the comments. And yeah, let's go. Hi, Aquarius. Welcome. Or welcome back to Heretic Owl Tarot. I hope you're doing well. Look at that. Empress. So yeah, hopefully that means you are doing well. Seven of Swords, what in the world? Okay, we're not gonna look at those anymore. Okay. So, my mom actually had her surgery already. It was moved up a couple weeks, so it's already been done. She's been in rehab for a couple weeks. So if you have any good vibes, healing vibes, energy, juju, all of the good stuff, if you have any available, send it over to her. We would appreciate it. So I'm hoping to get back to like a routine more so, like maybe in December, but it'll probably end up being January, which is fine. Anyway, that's enough about me. Who cares? Let's talk about you. So, like I said, I think I said, anyway, I did that intro video a couple weeks ago, and I have no effing clue what I said in that thing. So if I'm repeating myself, that's why. Can't remember anything to save my life. So, we're going to pull a couple cards for November, a couple cards for December. We'll shuffle with a little bit more intention here, and I apologize if the camera is shaking. I'll try to minimize that as much as I possibly can. So we're looking for a message for Aquarius, November and December. There. Okay. I feel like that was actually like quicker than okay. Interesting. I'm not sure if I want to take those for like November or December, or let's just do November because that's what we're going to do anyway. So we have the Five of Cups. Actually, it's this way. This like halfway kind of happened with Capricorn. The Knight of Pentacles. Justice and the Chariot. Love that. Look at her eyebrows. I feel like I had those eyebrows in the 90s. And then December. Okay. Holy shitaroonies. Okay. We're gonna put that there because I had flipped it over. Okay. Whew. I want to be an Aquarius. Okay. This is what I love about tarot. Everything, but I love how, I mean, of course, you know, we're going to go over each one of these cards and I'll tell you what I'm thinking, but just know, it just seems like such a cool, like, progression, or I feel like I've been using the word actualization a lot through these readings. Anyway, so, you know, like you had those 4 cards that came out here, and with Capricorn, all 8 cards came out at like one time. So anyway, let's work our way through this. So we start with the Five of Cups here. Generally, this is, you know, kind of a lower vibrational, or I don't necessarily want to use the word it talks about grief, loss, depression maybe. You know, 5s are those transitionary energies where, you know, I mean, sometimes these feelings do arise when you're moving from one thing to another thing. So it's almost kind of like this invitation to grieve a certain thing. And I mean, literally that can be anything from, you know, like grieving an old identity or an old way of doing things, or, you know, like just those stories that we have. You know, it could be an experience that you had. Of course, it can be a person also. But with the Five of Cups, there is this reminder that comes with, you know, because we have this figure here that's seemingly focusing on these 3 cups here that are turned over, and their back is to these 2 cups here. So it's like either a new, you know, kind of opportunity showed up and you're kind of grieving what you're leaving behind, or, and I'm almost even kind of getting this feeling of gratitude, like being grateful for these 3 cups, like finding gratitude within the grief. But also recognizing that all is not lost, right? Like there's still these 2 cups here. And generally, you know, the 2 of Cups in the tarot talks about union. It's, you know, sharing your emotions with somebody else, or it's like this reciprocal energy of coming into union with like people, but also, you both have your full cups, and you both come into that union with full cups. So there's this like equal exchange of energy there. And with it paired with the Justice card, Justice talks about getting what you deserve, pretty much, right? Like, there's a karmic aspect to it. It talks about the scales balancing, fairness. I mean, this could be grieving a relationship because, of course, this could be marriage, but it could also be divorce. It could be, splitting of a relationship. It could be, again, like even walking away from a career or a profession, or changing course in some kind of manner. But the Justice card is strictly objective. Right? Like it's only going to weigh the facts. What is real, right? Like, and it has to be that way, because if we start including our emotions or our beliefs or whatever, then it becomes an opinion. It's no longer quote unquote justice, right? So this could even just be that something is showing up in your life that is very much part of your karmic what's the word? Experience, or I could just say part of your karma in this lifetime. But it could just be asking you to let go of whatever is in those 3 cups. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles here. And the Knight of Pentacles having to do with our money, our time, physical body. It's like the tangible things. The Knight of Pentacles is also the slowest moving knight in the whole deck. It can be painfully slow at times. But again, it's funny because both of these cards, it's like, I keep getting this feeling of them being reminders. It's like you already probably know these things and just need to be reminded that this is the energy that maybe is around you or is coming in. Because this is November, this is December. But recognizing that in the physical 3D realm where we are, unfortunately, things have a tendency to move kind of slow. Like that actualization that I was talking about before, like it takes time. Right? It takes time to climb a ladder at a job, or learn a certain thing, or to see your investments pay off, or to build a clientele, or whatever the case may be, right? So there's this energy of commitment and determination, like recognizing that all of this work that you're putting in, all of this time, all of your resources, money, all of those things that you have been putting into a specific thing, it is going to pay off. And the Knight of Pentacles, you might even be starting to see the fruits of those labors starting to blossom now. It's also, like with this pairing here, it may even just be, with the Chariot, actually. that the time of things being slow is coming to an end, and something is really going to take off here. Or if you are just kind of like doing a bit of a pivot in some capacity, it's like, the energy is available for you to really kind of like, put the pedal to the metal, or what is that saying? I also love how they're both going to the right, which is future focus. The right side of the card is future, left side of the card is the past. So again, even this Five of Cups, like mourning something from the past. And like I said, it could be an old way of being, an old way of feeling. It could even just be an energy that you've been in for some time, just not satisfied. And now moving forward quickly, the Chariot is going to take you where you need to go. I'm actually kind of curious. As I... Let's see. Triumph. Conquest on all planes, in the mind, in science, and in progress. That book's not all that great. I like reading the book, I love reading people's interpretations of tarot because it expands my knowledge. And this book's not great. So, yeah. Okay. So yeah, it just kind of seems like November is just kind of, this month where we've got these two energies going on here. We have, grieving something past and looking forward to the future, and both of those things can be present. You can be sad about leaving something behind, or I don't even know if sad is the right word. And again, even just going back to being in a place of gratitude, because whatever it is, it's gotten you here. And even if it is something that you've been miserable in for some time, that misery could have been that catalyst that got you here, that made you, kind of spend the time, be dedicated to a thing, put your resources into whatever the Knight of Pentacles is. And even getting you to this point where now you're almost kind of ready to take off with it, right? And then can you look at December? Are you kidding me? So cool. So good. Ace of Cups, right? Like I was even saying over here. So the Ace of Cups is clearly your cup is overflowing, right? Cups having to do with our emotions. This is saying that you feel fulfilled, you feel purposeful. This, again, is even coming from the future. Like, something that you're excited about is, kind of showing up for you here in December. The Four of Wands here talks about harmony, union, even, I was talking about that a little bit with the Two of Cups. There's this energy of like stable ground, like meeting a level of stability and security. It's also even maybe just like a stopping point, like a checkpoint is how I'm feeling, because, you know, there's still kind of this long road ahead, but this is like this indication that you are heading in the right direction. And it's almost like, you know, maybe you are allowing yourself to be guided by your emotional body. It could even be like intuition. I mean, you could be making decisions based on intuition more so than from your mind, like from ego. I don't even think that we have any air on the table. I can't be sure about the Fool. If the Fool card is air or if it is fire. It's probably not in here, but I'm going to look anyway. No. Anyway. So yeah, it's just like, you know, interesting that over here, there's all this action going on. Actually, Justice is Libra, so that's air. I take that back. So, okay. But it's interesting how in December, there's all of these wands cards, fire, action, communication. Like, what are the things that you are acting on? How are you acting on them? Right? Like, there's this level of like creativity, and even, you know, kind of having this cup be full and allowing yourself to be guided intuitively, or even just, you know, the Marie Kondo thing, like what brings you joy? What makes you feel good? And allowing that to be a guide. And like I said, you know, kind of just like this message here about, you know, there's still this long road ahead. And even with the Seven of Wands here, like really kind of commit to it is a feeling that I'm getting. Because the Seven of Wands is, there's an aspect of like self-defense or standing your ground. I always see it as, you know, like this figure here is holding a wand, kind of, you know, a bit like defensive, right? And then there's these 6 wands coming up here, and I see those 6 wands as being other people's projections, or other people, like, you know, they're projecting their fears or their doubts, inserting their opinion, giving unsolicited advice, like all of the stuff that you didn't really ask for. I mean, this could even just be like roadblocks popping up, like, and it doesn't even have to be anything severe, but it's almost just kind of those like little annoyances. And again, allowing yourself to feel into how you feel about those things. Do they stay or do they go? But also it could create this new option even. It could invite or make you aware of like some new modality that you would be interested in, because the Ace of Wands is like that spark. The spark of creation, the spark of joy or life, like, you know, something that sparks your interest, or you find something that you are very passionate about. And I love that we have 2 aces here also. So they're both something new coming in that could be creating, you know, just this new level of stability. It could just demand a little bit more of your attention. Or this could also just be like really even kind of honing in on the knowledge and the experience that you have picked up along the way. You know, like almost kind of like don't let it trip you up, because even if it doesn't look the same, you know, like you know how to handle it. And again, I also love how this hand is coming from the left. So coming out of the future. These could both be offered by somebody else. I mean, this could be an opportunity being offered by somebody to share your experience or knowledge. And I love that it's the last card. So this could even be something going into 2023 that comes up. You are also the only... No, just kidding. I think Sagittarius had an ace here. Otherwise, pretty special. And then we have this Four of Cups here at the bottom of the deck. And the Magician after. So, you know, the Four of Cups talks about, you know, like just kind of like boredom, apathy even. Maybe even to like just, you know, like consideration of, because, you know, we have this person that's sitting under this tree looking at these Four Cups here. And I mean, they're not holding any of them. They're just kind of, you know. But then we have the Magician after that. And the Magician has all of the tools that they need in order to get going on a thing. It's like recognizing that everything you need is within yourself. And the things that you feel like you don't have already, like they would show up for you. And maybe that's what this Four of Cups is. I mean, maybe you're just kind of like, well, I'm not really... I don't know if this is enough. It could even just be like this combination. This could just be this, again, like this message about if you are bored or apathetic, find something that gets you excited. Even if it's just reading a book or, you know, going somewhere that, you know, you've wanted to go to for a while, museum or whatever, right? Because it's almost kind of like, you know, just stepping outside of your own energy, or even just like getting it moving a little bit. And that'll almost just kind of help recognize like, oh, okay, I could get started on this, or I could, you know, I have the stuff that I need, whatever it is too. And I think I'm just kind of stumbling over my words because it's not like there's something specific coming to mind. But going from the Four of Cups to the Magician, it's like, okay, if you have been in this energy, this is the energy that you are moving into in 2023. No more boredom. Yeah. Four of Pentacles generally talks about like budgeting, not being frivolous with your money. This mostly in this deck talks about Because there's fruit on the trees here. So it's almost kind of like a windfall type of thing. There's these 2 pentacles here. He's holding on to one. There's one up here too. So it's kind of like, you have, if you were waiting for money to come in, it comes. The 3 of Cups. It's interesting because, we have these 3 of Cups here that are spilt. So it could even just be a new network, kind of finding your people, finding your crowd, your audience. And then the Fool card was at the top of the deck, right? So this is like this brand new adventure. And I also love how it's like looking towards December. So, and not to mention there's these 2 aces in December here too. So very cool. Embarking on something new. Like I said, I identify as an Aquarius now. I don't have anything in Aquarius. Actually, I think Aquarius is my 8th house. But anyway, so yeah, I'm going to leave it there. Beautiful. I'm so excited for you. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.